practice self-acceptance together.
Hey guys, it's Ruin Purity again, and in this video I'm gonna be talking about my journey to self-acceptance.
If you don't know already, I'm currently in the process of self-improvement, and for the mental part of self-improvement, I have a set of order that I think should apply to everyone. And I think the first step, it should be mental clarity, and the second step should be self-acceptance. In this video, I'm going to be using narrative format where I talk about incidents that happened that helped me with self-acceptance. I'm gonna be starting with my childhood experiences. Before I became self-conscious and aware that other people have opinions of me, I was not concerned with self-acceptance at all. I never struggled with that until when I went to elementary school.
Also because before I went to elementary school, I was not at the age to be self-conscious yet. And before that, I was a fearless kid that I always had a tendency to help other people. I always helped kids that were bullied in school during kindergarten, which is from 2 to 4 of my age. And then I went to elementary school when I was 5 and a half. And no matter how good are your qualities or how bad are your qualities, kids are always going to say stuff to make you feel bad if you have something that they don't have or they feel threatened by you. In kindergarten, I always protected this one kid that was my dad's colleague's son, and he looked really weak and unhealthy, and everyone would always pick on him. But I would always protect him from people who were trying to bully him. And they were another boy that I thought looked really pretty. I would always try to approach him, but apparently he thought I was really ugly, and he would always push me away or beat me up if I approached him. And he even left a scar on my nose. Oh, you can see it right here. It's from him scratching me on my face. But no matter how many times he was hitting me or whatever, I didn't have a memory of him hitting me. And I just remembered that he was really pretty and I really liked him. And my mom was the one who told me that he would beat me up. But what's really funny is that at the graduation for kindergarten, we all had to do a performance, and I didn't know if I had any talent, but one day I just woke up and I was able to do this movement, and because nobody else knew how to do that, I was the only one that was able to perform the traditional dance from one of the minority groups in China. And he had to be the one to dance all around me while I do that, and he was really pissed. But I didn't care. I was really happy, and I wasn't aware of self-acceptance or feeling of shame or if other people are gonna have negative thoughts about me. I didn't become like that until I went to elementary school. That's when I started to care about how people think of me. And I would always get really defeated by people when they tell me certain stuff. They would tell me that I'm ugly or I have bad grades. And I would always feel really bad. My mom told me about the story of the first day I went to elementary school. I totally don't remember, but she said I was sitting in the front row. And somehow I was just unhappy, and I flipped over my desk. And the teacher asked me to stand up, and then I flipped over my desk again, and the teacher asked me to go to the back to stand, and I flipped someone's desk in the back, and the teacher just didn't know what to do with me, and apparently I was really rebellious.
When I was about 4, I was playing with these 2 other older kids and one kid that was like, I think 2 or 3, that's younger than me, and the 4 of us, we were running across the grassland that had really tall grass. And we all know that there's a hole in the grassland that's filled with poop. And suddenly, when we were running, the little kid started screaming, and we all instantly knew that the little kid fell in the poop hole. And the 2 older kids was laughing really hard and making fun of her. And I was the only one that stayed, and I went to pick her up, despite the fact that she smells bad. But I didn't care. I just pulled her out, and I walked her all the way back to her parents, and her parents was really grateful. And then, but that was also at the time when I also didn't care if like I did anything good either. It was just like, I just knew that I had a passion to help people, and that's that. And a few years later, I saw her again. I think she probably don't have much memory of me helping her, and she turned out to be really mean, and she acted like she was better than me when we met again, and she said lots of mean things to me, and even though her parents told her that I helped her, and that also was one of the things that also made me feel really bad about the fact that I helped her, and also kind of also made me feel like helping people is not great or accepted, or like it was just me trying to help her and it was unwanted. Even though I didn't think that, but like I think subconsciously that's what I started to feel about the fact that I like to help people. And when I help people, it just feels like I'm the inferior one and I'm trying to help, and my help is unwanted. And even until now, I still struggle with that.
I think as kids, if you're not getting validated, a lot of times, if other people don't accept you, you also start to not accept yourself. I don't know if this is true for other kids, but because extroverted feeling was my second function, I was more concerned about how other people felt about me. And extroverted means that I was more interested in things that's outside of me, that's not me, not subjective, but more objective feelings in the world. My mom actually taught me a great method to not listen to people who talk badly about me. She said only stupid people would say that you're stupid, and that helped me a lot. And my mom, she's also a very confident person. My mom, she was able to become really mentally strong, also because she had this disease where when she was born, her lip was split right here like rabbits. And because the surgery that was performed on her lips didn't go well, she had a very obvious stitch right here. But for me, I always saw it, and then I always thought it was normal. And I didn't realize that she had surgery there until when I was 13, and she told me that's what happened. That's when I suddenly realized how much my mom had to struggle in school, when I think a lot of people were probably making fun of her lips, and she was able to stay strong and have confidence and act like it was not even a big deal, and that really helped inspire me. But when I was in 2nd grade, I had a picture taken of me with makeup on that I thought looked really pretty, and they printed it onto a canvas, and I brought the canvas to school to show everyone, because I thought if I show everyone this beautiful picture of me, then they will stop calling me ugly. And I brought the painting to school, and I showed everyone, and nobody believed that it was me, and everyone was laughing at me, and everyone was making fun of me, and everyone was saying, "That's not you, you're so ugly." And I was really sad, and I cried. At the time, I did not know that it was really obvious that I was just really wanting to be accepted by other people, and because I was so thirsty for it, that everyone thought I was funny and everyone made fun of me.
I think somehow it's a good thing that INFJs don't really know how they actually feel, because they will just do things that just reveals how they truly feel without really putting a mask on it and hiding it from people. They kind of just do stuff to reveal themselves. That I think I actually feel really lucky, because I feel like a lot of people who just didn't accept themselves and are consciously aware of it, they would hide it so deep that they almost forgot that they feel that way, or had those kinds of feelings of not accepting themselves, had those kinds of negative views of them, and they probably spent so many years trying to cover it up that they forgot what they were ashamed of in the beginning. That it's even harder for them to self-reflect and try to tackle those issues that they don't accept about themselves.
I didn't really have the typical experience that other INFJs will experience, where they're always really popular, because they pay so much attention to people, everyone wanted to be their best friend. I never had that experience. I was always hated by everyone, and I was always by myself, and nobody wanted to be my friend. And because I was the underdog, and I was the unpopular person, that very early on I had to learn to be by myself, and learn to accept myself, because nobody already thinks that I'm pretty, nobody already thinks that I'm smart, so I don't need all of these qualities anymore, because nobody accepted them. Even though I still struggle with it, but I kind of stopped caring about how other people think of me, because I kind of just know that, oh wow, nobody thinks I'm pretty anyways, nobody thinks I'm smart anyways, so I should just forget about these and just focus on other stuff, like my self-worth. I started to want to just be useful to other people, and every day I would think about, how can I be useful?
The conclusion of today's video is that when you look back on your childhood and remembering each time where you started feeling ashamed about yourself, or start not accepting parts of yourself, you can identify the things and the points that you didn't accept about yourself. You can almost find every quality that you didn't like about yourself by thinking back on every time that you either didn't feel accepted by others, or every time you started hiding a quality about yourself. Also, by looking back, you can also see the qualities that you naturally have before you became aware of how other people would judge you. And start practicing on accepting these qualities about yourself and start learning the true things about yourself. And I think that is what's going to help you accept yourself more. And self-acceptance, like I always say, is going to take a long time. Every time you discover something new about yourself, you have to do that all over again. But that's for today's video, and I'm going to be coming back with the part 2 about my childhood.
If you would like to support me to make more videos, please watch this video or tell your friends to watch this video, or support me on Patreon. Thank you.